Live from Drzonków, this is Modern Pentathlon Under 24 Junior European Championships. My name is Nowoczesnego. I will commentate for you the whole competition. And we start with the women's competition today on Friday, tomorrow the men's competition, and the Sunday will be we will see the mixed relay competition. Here at the women's event we have 20 athletes from 7 countries. Of course, it's all caused by the pandemic situation around the world. It's the only international championship event in modern pentathlon this year, so here in Poland we are very happy that we managed to organize such an important event, because maybe the under 24 is not a very official age category for the UIPM, but as you know, it's always good to fight for something more than just the place. It's always good for the athletes to fight for the medals. As I said, we have 7 countries represented here in Drzonków for the European Championships. It's of course the host Poland. We've got also Czech Republic, Hungary, Lithuania, Switzerland, Turkey and Ukraine. We are supposed to have a few more, but for example in the final moment the team of Belarus had to resign from participation here. We can just send the good words for the good greetings for the Belarus, and just hope to meet each other soon in a better world and in better conditions. We are starting the competition with the swimming event. It's just 4 lanes, the short course 25 meters, and that's the first of 5 heats, the ones with the athletes with the slowest entry time. And we've got 2 Swiss athletes and 2 Lithuanians whom are going to come in a while to their starting place. In lane number 1, this is the lane on the left, it's Anna Jurt from Switzerland, one of the favorites of today's competition. Lane number 2, it's Patricia Gudlevičiūtė from Lithuania. In lane 3, her teammate Elżbieta Adomaitytė, and lane 4, another Swiss, Lara Ebi. We can see now the Anna Jurt, as I said, one of the favorites. She's the under 24 silver medalist from last year. Here we can see the Lithuanian juniors, Gudlevičiūtė and Adomaitytė, and Lara Ebi, the eldest of the athletes from this heat, the only one to be born in the previous century. And they're off in the pool. As usual, it's 200 meters freestyle, which means around 2.5 minutes for the slowest heats, although we can see in the entry time that Lara Ebi, who is swimming in lane 4, she has the entry time above 3 minutes, which is a result very far from the ones we are used to in modern pentathlon. Although, of course, modern pentathletes are naturally swimming much slower than the professional swimmers. We can see, for example, in the International Swimming League competition held right now with the team competition held in the world, as well as the FINA, the aquatics swimmers from the World Championships, European Championships, and the Olympics. The 2.5 seconds is the time we can usually see in the first heats, and right now it's Elżbieta Adomaitytė leading the first heat. She's not only the current junior and youth Lithuanian champion, she's also the participant of the Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires in 2018, the athlete born in 2002. She's also the bronze medalist of the Senior Lithuanian Championships, where she finished behind well-known Gintarė Venčkauskaitė and Ieva Serapinaitė. However, as I said, the main favorite from this heat is Anna Jurt, the Swiss, swimming in lane number 1. She's, as I said, the silver medalist from last year from here, from Drzonków, and she was also the gold medalist in Youth A under 19 European Championships, also held here in Drzonków. Anna Yurt is a well-known, outstanding laser runner. She's participating very good in this event, the final event, where she usually goes up in the classification, and well, of course we don't wish her anything bad, but it is always good to see her running from behind in the final event to get some more emotions. We can see Elżbieta Adomaityte finishing the competition, then the second place for Gudlevi Juta and third for Anna Yurt, and I think we'll be waiting a little bit more for Lara Ebi, the second Swiss who is in this heat. Ebi is the eldest from the Swiss team. She's born in 1998. And she's not very experienced pentathlete. I think I couldn't have found any results of her participating in pentathlon events. I saw some of the local competitions in Switzerland in fencing. So we can see that Abby is already at the finish lane. So we finished the first heat. Unfortunately, the timing is not the electronic call, so we will have to wait a little bit more for the official results of every heat and of the whole competition. So I think we will have to present them at the beginning of the fencing coverage, of the fencing event, which will be held today at 10 o'clock. And we are preparing slowly for the second heat, where we will see the two representatives of the host country from Poland, as well as two Czechs. We can see now the start list on the screen. This is Kristina Trojanova from Czech Republic, Ewa Pydyszewska from Poland, her national teammate Wiktoria Wierzba, and second Czech Anna Rubiczkova. Both Czechs are representatives of the Dukla Prahati club from the capital of the Czech Republic. Pydyszewska is the representative of the local club here in Drzonków, while Wierzba is representing the club from Warsaw, the military club of Legia. The interesting fact about Pydyszewska is the thing that she was entered to the competition as a reserve, but it appeared to be necessary to put her into the competition, which I will talk in a while. For now we have the presentation. We've got Kristina Trojanova, here we have Ewa Pydyszewska from Poland, Wiktoria Wierzba, the last year's bronze medalist at the national championships at senior level, and Anna Rubiczkova from Czech Republic. You can see also some of the coaches here on the stands. Of course, everybody has to wear the mask here for the competition because of the pandemic situation in the world and the law here in Poland. But we can see now the athletes swimming in the second heat. As I said, Ewa Pydyszewska came here as the reserve. She was entered in place of Agnieszka Wysokińska, who couldn't start here in Drzonków for this competition. For the club in Drzonków, there's not a big difference, as both of them are representing the club from Drzonków. Pydyszewska is the youngest athlete in the Polish team. She's still the Youth A category officially, as she's born in 2002, and she'll finish 18 years in December. I think it's either during or one day before the next competition, which is scheduled here in Drzonków. This is the Zbigniew Majewski Memorial, held usually just before the Christmas as the final competition of the calendar year. Pydyszewska is this year's silver medalist in the Youth A National Championships. She was defending the title from last year, where she took the gold. This year she lost to another teammate, Nela Sztur, who seems to be the better runner, bringing the hope for the national team of Poland for the future. I think for quite a far future, as Sztur is 2 years younger than Pedyszewska. As I said, Pedyszewska is still the youth A, which means under 19 years old. About Wiktoria Wierzba, this is also a very strong laser runner. She's usually making up a few places in the classification, as her fencing and riding events are definitely her weaker part of the pentathlon. We can see now the fight between the two poles, host country representatives at lanes 2 and 3. And who will be the faster one? Wiktoria Wierzba, the 3 years older athlete, who is also having her birthday in the second half of December. So I think both girls are going to have some party together during the competition. Of course, not a big party, but something small to celebrate the getting older and getting to another category for both of them, as Wierzba is 21 years old. So this year she finishes 21. So since January she'll be not an official junior anymore. She'll be starting in the international senior competitions, except for this one we can see here. This is under 24. The junior competition created, or the idea is from the Polish national team, from the Polish association, to help the athletes to cope with getting from the junior age categories to the senior, or in fact open category. And now we have the third heat with 4 athletes, each of them from another country. We can see them now on the screen. This is Sidal Aslan from Turkey, Rita Erdős from Hungary, Medea Ginitite from Lithuania, and from Ukraine, Katerina Borchukova. So all of them representing another country, and all of them having all of them have the same entry time written here in the entry for the competition. Definitely the most recognizable athlete from these 4 is Rita Erdős, the only Hungarian in today's field, as the team of Hungary also made a strict restrictions for coming here to Poland. Erdős is the current, which means last year, the previous year, 2019 Youth A European champion. She won the gold medal in Kaunas in Lithuania last year. The representative of the Trion SC, so the club not from Budapest itself, but just from the suburbs, from the city of Győr, which is located near the Ferenc Liszt airport. Most of you probably know from often coming to Hungary for the pentathlon competition, held usually either in Budapest or in Székesfehérvár or sometimes in Kecskemét. We can say also about Medea Ginitite, the Lithuanian, born in 2003. She's the silver medalist of junior and youth Lithuanian championships held this year. The trio we can see today, Adomaitytė, Ginitite and Gudlevičiūtė, took the first 3 places in both categories, as it seems that the athletes who are now Youth A, except for, of course, including also Adomaitytė, who is finishing that category this year, they are all the best juniors among the Lithuanian women, and also quite a high place in the open category, in the senior category, with Adomaityte, as I said earlier, having bronze medal. Ginetite was 5th among seniors, while Piotr was classified just behind her. But as we can see, the leader for this third heat is Katerina Borczukova, and we can see her now reaching the finish line in the first place, ahead of Rita Erdős. Ahead of Ginetite. Now we can see Erdős coming in the second lane, and I'm sorry, I've made a mistake. It's the other way. So it's Sidal Aslan from Turkey who had the best result, and Borczukova was on the lane 4, which is on the right. I'm sorry for the mistake. Borczukova, the only from the 4 Ukrainians we can see today representing the club from Zhytomyr, the place maybe not very known for the international community, but it played quite an important role in the history of both Poland and Ukraine a few centuries ago. And now we are preparing for the 4th heat, last but one, where we can see Lea Agloff from Switzerland, Ilka Özüksel, the main candidate for the gold medal today, and the other 2 host country representatives, Daria Niedziałkowska and Michalina Wierzba. Lea Agloff is right now the representative of the club from Zurich, where we have the competition usually held in Switzerland. As we can see, this Ilka Özüksel from Turkey, Daria Niedziałkowska, and Michalina Wierzba, the younger sister of Victoria, whom we saw in one of the previous heats. And they're off. About the Switzerland, I wanted to say that next year the European Junior Championships, the usual Junior Championships, which is under 22, will be held in Switzerland. Well, I think we all hope that by then, which is by June and July of 2021, we can gather together in the Switzerland for this competition. As you know, this year there was not a lot of international competitions. The season was postponed after the World Cup in Cairo, where Ilka Özüksel was starting. She took the 4th place there, so she started quite well. The season, unfortunately, as I said, the other competitions were postponed. Özüksel is, of course, the current world record holder in the laser run, from her result from last year's European Championships in Bath. The Senior European Championships is the current world record in the final event of the Pentathlon. She is, I think, the most titled athlete we can see here in Drzonków. She took the Junior and Youth A World and European medals, including the gold medals for Turkey, and she's the one who is the base of the whole Turkish modern pentathlon, and as we can see, she's leading her way to win this 4th heat, making a turn to, I think, the final 50 meters. She's also one of the eldest, if not, yes, she is the eldest athlete also in the field. She's the only one born in 97, which means it's her final competition as the under-24 junior, and I'm sure she will try to finish that age category with the gold medal, which was quite close lately. And as we can see, the 4th heat has finished with the victory of Ilka Özüksel, with quite a strong advantage of almost the whole body length ahead of Michalina Wierzba and then Daria Niedziałkowska. The 4th place taken by Lea Agloff. We can see now the Swiss and the Turkish athlete leaving the swimming pool before the final heat of the swimming competition, where we will see the remaining 4 athletes free from the Ukraine and the fastest swimming Czech starting in this competition. Irina Bojczeniuk, Irina Kubrak and Anastasia Chyżowa are all representing the club from the country's capital, Kiev. As we know, the Ukrainian pentathlon is in a little bit of crisis as the competition there and the sport there became the second range thing after the war held in the eastern Ukraine. And were led to a lot of immigrations. We can see now Irina Hochlova representing the Argentina and Ruslan Nakonechny and Alexander Pinchuk representing Latvia. So the Ukraine had to cope with the emigration of some of their younger athletes, and their main base for the results is still the Rio 2016 silver medalist Pavlo Tymoshenko, the world champion, multiple world champion. He was also one of those who were protesting against the late changes in the modern pentathlon, which are planned by the UIPM. The athletes are not very keen to go with that. And there are still discussions how this new format, which is supposed to make the women pentathlon shortened and more compacted and more attractive for the audience. The athletes don't really feel the need of that, but I think that this discussion will be held. Maybe not here in Drzonków for the Junior Championship, but it will be held in the following days, following weeks, somewhere around the pentathlon world. We can also see the Czech athlete here on the lane 4, which is the first one from our camera. There we have the Karolina Ksienkova from 98, so also the one not able to participate in junior competitions anymore, the junior under 22 competitions, representative of the Czech club from Chořovice. According to the entry time, she is supposed to be the slowest in this heat, and that is the case. According to the seeding, the second lane should be the fastest one, and we saw that in the case of Özükse, in the case of and that was the only case so far, as we have Sigal Aslan on the first heat, Diego on the second, and the first heat was won by Adomite down lane 3, and this time we can see that it's Irina Kubrak from the second lane winning the final heat. Theoretically the fastest heat. I don't think we will see the time on the screen of the coach. I think we will really need to wait for the official results to come to us after being typed into the computer, into the system, and we will present them at the beginning of the fencing competition, which will be also covered on our YouTube channel. And the event starts at 10 o'clock, so I kindly welcome you to see this competition, and see you then.